When cockle shells turn silver bells and mussels grow on every tree, when blooms the rose amongst frost and snows, then will my false love prove true to me. Oh, waily, waily, but love is bonny a little while when it is new, but when it's old, it groweth cold and fades away like morning dew. Oh, had I wished before I kissed that love had been so ill to win, I'd locked my heart in case of gold and pinned it with a silver pin. Oh, waily, waily, but love is bonny a little while when it is new, but when it's old, it groweth cold and fades away like morning dew. It was upon a Lammas night, when corn rigs are bonny, beneath the moon's unclouded light, I held awa to Annie. The time flew by with tentless heed, till twixt the late and early, with small persuasion she agreed to see me through the barley. Corn rigs and barley rigs, corn rigs are bonny. I'll ne'er forget that happy night among the rigs with Annie. The sky was blue, the wind was still, the moon was shining clearly. I laid her down with right good will among the rigs of barley. I kent her heart was all my ain, I loved her most sincerely. I kissed her o'er and o'er again among the rigs of barley, corn rigs and barley rigs. Corn rigs are bonny. I'll ne'er forget that happy night among the rigs wi' Annie. I hae been blithe wi' comrades dear, I hae been merry drinking, I hae been joyful gathering gear, I hae been happy thinking. But all the pleasures ere I saw, though 3 times doubled fairly, that happy night was worth them all among the rigs wi' Annie. Corn rigs and barley rigs, corn rigs are bonny. I'll ne'er forget that happy night among the rigs wi' Annie. Have you ever been in love, my boys, or have you felt a pain? I'd rather be in jail myself than be in love again. For the girl I loved was beautiful, I'd have you all to know. And I met her in the garden where the praties grow. She was just the kind of creature, lads, that nature did intend to walk right through the world, me boys, without the Grecian bend. Nor did she wear a chignon, I'd have you all to know. And I met her in the garden where the praties grow. Says I, my pretty Kathleen, I'm tired of single life, and if you've no objection, sure I'll make you my sweet wife. She answered me right modestly and curtsied very low. Sure you're welcome to the garden where the praties grow. She was just the kind of creature, lads, that nature did intend to walk right through the world, me boys, without the Grecian bend. Nor did she wear a chignon, I'd have you all to know. And I met her in the garden where the praties grow. Says I, my pretty Kathleen, I hope that you'll agree, she wasn't like your city girls that say you're making free. She says, I'll ask me parents and tomorrow I'll let you know, and I'll meet you in the garden where the praties grow. She was just the kind of creature, lads, that nature did intend to walk right through the world, me boys, without the Grecian bend. Nor did she wear a chignon, I'd have you all to know, and I met her in the garden where the praties grow. Oh, the parents, they consented and were blessed with children 3. 2 boys just like their mother, and the girl's the image of me. And now we're going to bring them up the way they ought to go, for to dig in the garden where the praties grow. She was just the kind of creature, lads, that nature did intend to walk right through the world, me boys, without the Grecian bend. Nor did she wear a chignon, I'd have you all to know. And I met her in the garden where the praties grow. There was a youth, and a well-beloved youth, and he was the squire's son, and he loved the bailiff's daughter that dwelt in Islington. But when his friends did understand his fond and foolish mind, they sent him off to fair London, an apprentice for to mind. And it's there he toiled for 7 long years, and never his love did see, till it chanced one day that he rode by where she sat in the shade of a tree. She sprang to her feet with color so red, catching hold of his bridle rein. One penny, kind sir," she said, "will ease me of much pain. Before I give you 1 penny, sweetheart, pray tell me where you were born." "In Islington, kind sir," she said, "where I have had many a scorn. I prithee, sweetheart, tell to me, pray tell me if you know the bailiff's daughter of Islington. She died, sir, years ago. If she be dead, then take my horse, my saddle and bridle also, and I will to some far country where no man may me know. Oh, stay, thou goodly youth, she standeth by thy side. She is not dead, but here alive, and ready to be thy bride. And so this youth, this well-beloved youth, who was the squire's son, he married the bailiff's daughter that dwelt in Islington. Two maidens went milking one day. Two maidens went milking one day, and the wind it did blow high, and the wind it did blow low, and it tossed their pails to and fro, la la la, and it tossed their pails to and fro. They met with a man they did know, they met with a man they did know, and they said, "Have you the skill?" And they said, "Have you the will for to catch us a small bird or two, la la la, for to catch us a small bird or two. Here's a health to the blackbird in the bush, likewise to the merry little doe, if you'll come along with me under yonder flowering tree, I might catch you a small bird or two, la la la, I might catch you a small bird or two." So they went and they sat 'neath a tree, they went and they sat 'neath two, and the birds flew round about, pretty birds flew in and out, and he caught them by one and by two, la la la, and he caught them by one and by two. So my boys, let us drink down the sun, my boys, let us drink down the moon. Take your lady to the wood if you really think you should. You might catch her a small bird or two, la la la. You might catch her a small bird or two. Who killed Cock Robin? I, said the sparrow, with my bow and arrow, I killed Cock Robin. Who saw him die? I, said the fly, with my little eye, I saw him die. All the birds in the air fell a-sighing and a-sobbing when they heard of the death of poor Cock Robin. When they heard of the death of poor Cock Robin. Who'll dig the grave? I, said the owl, with my little trowel, I'll dig the grave. Who'll toll the bell? I, said the bull, because I can pull, I'll toll the bell. All the birds in the air fell a-sighing and a-sobbing when they heard of the death of poor Cock Robin. When they heard of the death of poor Cock Robin. Who'll be the parson? I, said the rook, with my bell and book, I'll be the parson. Who'll be chief mourner? I, said the dove, I mourn for my love. I'll be chief mourner. All the birds in the air fell a-sighing and a-sobbing when they heard of the death of poor Cock Robin. When they heard of the death of poor Cock Robin. Voici le Noël, faites la veille. Voici le Noël, faites la veille. Nos amants seront tous à l'assemblée. Va, mon ami, va, la lune s'éveille. Va, mon ami, va, la lune s'en va. Jan Hinnerk lives in Hamburg town. In Hamburg town he is a man of great renown, of very great renown, of very great renown. Jan Hinnerk lives up a little quiet street, a very quiet street. He can make whate'er he will. One day he made a little violin, a little fiddlekin that could play all by itself. Violin, violin, said that fiddlekin. Violin, violin, said that fiddlekin. And a violin, and he named his wife Katrine. He named his wife Katrine. He named his wife Katrine. One day he made a little Dutchman who could speak all by himself. Godsverdorie, said that Dutchman. Godsverdorie, said that Dutchman. And a violin, and he named his wife Katrine. He named his wife Katrine. He named his wife Katrine. One day he made a little Englishman who could speak all by himself. Damn your eyes, said that Englishman. Damn your eyes, said that Englishman. And a violin, and he named his wife Katrine. He named his wife Katrine. He named his wife Katrine. One day he made a little German who could speak all by himself. Hoch der Kaiser, said that German. Hoch der Kaiser, said that German. And a violin, and he named his wife Katrine. He named his wife Katrine. He named his wife Katrine. One day he made a little Frenchman who could speak all by himself. Vive l'amour, said that Frenchman. Vive l'amour, said that Frenchman. And a violin, and he named his wife Katrine. He named his wife Katrine. He named his wife Katrine. Godsverdorie, said that Dutchman. Damn your eyes, said that Englishman. Hoch der Kaiser, said that German. Vive l'amour, said that Frenchman. Violin, said that fiddlekin. Violin, said that fiddlekin. And a violin, and he named his wife Katrine. He named his wife Katrine. He named his wife Katrine. Jan Hinnerk still lives up that little quiet street, that very quiet street. He can make whate'er he will. So keep very, very still. Keep very, very still. Keep very, very still. Woman, go home. Your man, he is ill. Is he ill? Give him a pill. Oh, my dear Franz, just one more dance. Then I'll go home to my poor old man. Then I'll go home to my poor old man. Woman, go home. Your man, he is worse. Is he worse? Well, I'm not a nurse. Oh, my dear Franz, just one more dance. Then I'll go home to my poor old man. Then I'll go home to my poor old man. Woman, go home. Your man, he is dead. Is he dead? there's no more to be said. Oh, my dear Franz, just one more dance. Then I'll go home to my poor old man. Then I'll go home to my poor old man. Woman, go home. His will is to be read. Well, now that he's dead, the Lord rest his head. No, my dear Franz, this is no time to dance. I must go home to my poor old man. I go to weep for my poor old man. When I was apprenticed in London, I went to see my dear. The candles were all burning, the moon shone bright and clear. I knocked upon her window to ease her of her pain. She rose to let me in, then she barred the door again. I like your well behavior, and thus I often say, I cannot rest contented whilst you are far away. The roads, they are so muddy, we cannot gang about. So hold me in your arms, love, and blow the candles out. Your father and your mother in yonder room do lie, a-hugging one another, so why not you and I? A-hugging one another without a fear or doubt. So roll me in your arms, love, and blow the candles out. And if you prove successful, love, pray name it after me. Keep it neat and kiss it sweet and dap it on your knee. When my 3 years are ended, my time it will be out. Then I will double my indebtedness by blowing the candles out. There was an old woman in our town did dwell. She loved her husband dearly, but another man twice as well. So she went down to the doctor to see what she could find, sir, to make her old man blind. Feed him eggs and marrow bone, feed them to him all, and that will make him so darn blind he can't see you at all. So she fed him eggs and marrow bone, fed them to him all, and that did make him so darn blind he couldn't see her at all. Oh, now I'm getting old and blind, tired of my life, so I'll go down and drown myself, and that will end my strife. To drown yourself, said she, oh, that would be a sin. So I'll go down to the river's edge and kindly shove you in. So the old woman took a running jump for to shove her old man in. But the old man, he stepped to one side, and the old woman, she fell in. She yelled for help, screamed for help, loudly she did bawl. But the old man said, I'm so dead burned blind that I can't see you at all. So she swam along, till she came to the river's brim. But the old man, he got a great long pole, and he shoved her further in. So now the old woman is dead and gone, and the devil has got her soul. And wasn't she a derned old fool that she didn't grab that pole? Eggs, and marrow bone'll make your old man blind. But if you want for to do him in, creep up from behind. There was an old man, and for begging he was bound, with me right fal-lal to my dandy-o. He came to a house about a mile outside the town, with my toor-a-loor-a-loor-a-loor-a dandy-o. The woman rose up for to bolt up the door, with me right fal-lal to my dandy-o. And the beggar man he grabbed her and he rolled her on the floor, with my toor-a-loor-a-loor-a-loor-a dandy-o. The woman rose up about an hour before the day, with me right fal-lal to my dandy-o, to try and catch the beggar man before he got away, with my toor-a-loor-a-loor-a-loor-a dandy-o. Oh, tell me, old man, pray, what is your name? With me right fal-lal to my dandy-o, so that when my baby's born I may call it the same, with my toor-a-loor-a-loor-a-loor-a dandy-o. When your baby's born, you may bounce it on your knee, with me right fal-lal to my dandy-o. You may call it Davy Jones or the Duke of Aberdeen, with my toor-a-loor-a-loor-a-loor-a dandy-o. But if you'd been a right girl as I thought you for to be, with me right fal-lal to my dandy-o, you'd be sitting in your carriage riding down the street with me, with my toor-a-loor-a-loor-a-loor-a dandy-o, with my toor-a-loor-a-loor-a-loor-a-loor-a-loor-a-loor-a-loor-a-loor-a-loor-a dandy-o. Captain, Captain, what'll you give me if I do sink the Turkish reverie? If I sink her in the low-down, 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 sink her in the low-down, lonesome low. Gold and silver shining so bright, and my fairest daughter shall wed you tonight. If you sink her in the low-down, 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 sink her in the low-down, lonesome low. So he bared his breast and he swam in the tide, and he bored 3 holes in the old ship's side, and she sank in the low-down, 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 sank in the low-down, lonesome low. Then he bared his breast and he swam in the tide, and he swam till he came to his own ship's side, as she rolled in the low-down, 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 rolled in the low-down, lonesome low. Captain, Captain, take me on board. If you don't, you'll have to forfeit your word, for you promised in the low-down, 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 promised in the low-down, lonesome low. Sailor boy, don't appeal to me, for you drowned 60 souls when you sank the Reverie. When you sank her in the low-down, 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 sank her in the low-down, lonesome low. If it weren't for the love that I bear for your men, I'd sink you the same as I sank them. I'd sink you in the low-down, 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 sink you in the low-down, lonesome low. Then he bared his breast and down sank he. He sank till he came to the bottom of the sea, and he drowned in the low-down, 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 drowned in the low-down, low.